Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Sunday morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. Looks like a nice day out there today. I'll be going out soon with the doggies. Just wanted to show you some CD pickups in the last week or so. I've been really getting into albums, but I still pick up the occasional CD, and I think I think I picked up some pretty damn good ones here. So before I get into it, though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. So I've showed this one a couple of times already, but I'm going to talk to it again because it's such a great album. This is Dennis DeYoung, 26 East Volume 2. 26 East is the address of his childhood home. There's a Volume 1 out as well, which I've yet to get, but what a great album this is. Word that it's his final album. He is 74, 75. A lot of lyrics in here, not too many. No pictures in here, but great album, great package as well. Ex-lead singer of Styx. For some reason, that war is still going on between Tommy Shaw and James Y. Young and Dennis DeYoung. Dennis says in any interview I've seen he's kind of gotten over it and he would love a reunion, but the other two guys are pretty strong-headed, from what he says anyway. There's the song tracks. It's a pretty lengthy album, really good. Again, possibly his last, unfortunately. For someone of his age, his voice is just still powerful. Straight ahead rocks, some great ballads, amazing vocal range throughout the album. He collaborates with some great players. Jim Peterick, who was a founding member of Survivor, and Tom Morello of Rage Against the Machine. Tom Morello does some amazing lead work in one of his songs. Very much influenced by the Beatles, Dennis DeYoung is. They were his heroes, basically. And he pays homage with a track called Hello Goodbye, great prog rock track. Land of Living, great rock song, great guitar work, heavy bass, great harmonies as well. The Last Guitar Hero, again, features Tom Morello, who does an amazing lead. He's not known for his lead work, but when he's a damn good player as far as lead work. It's basically based on the lost technology of guitar playing and how technology has taken over. Yeah, it's he's such a great, unique player. And in the lyrics it reads, the great rock guitarists are gone like a record store and never coming back. If you think about it, there's few bands out there that have great lead guitarists, unless they're from the 70s, 80s era. But anyone new, I mean, yes, there are some, but I think that art is unfortunately fading. But it's pretty strong for him to state that fact. He also pays homage to the great track Grand Illusion from the Grand Illusion album, the Grand Finale. That's his final track on the album. It's a great way to end an album, great way to end a career. Hopefully it's not the end, but never know. I think he says he's done all he can. He's kind of gone out on top, and it's a great album to discover, great album to listen to. And whether it was fate or coincidence, it came out at the same time the Styx album came out as well. So I don't know if it was kind of a let's throw it in the mix and see who comes on top, but I don't know. He doesn't seem to feel that way. He's a pretty straight ahead guy, and he's gotten over the bickerings and fightings. He'd love a reunion. He really, really would. And he feels the fans deserve a reunion, especially when some of these albums are coming up to their anniversaries. But who knows? May never happen, but let's keep our fingers crossed. So yeah, great album by Dennis DeYoung. Picked up this around the same time as I picked up the Dennis DeYoung album. This is, speaking of Styx, this is the Wooden Nickel recordings, featuring their first 4 albums. Man, this is a double album, or double CD. You've got the debut Styx, you've got Styx 2, you got The Serpent is Rising, and Man of Miracles. So good. You won't hear Grand Illusion on this one. You won't hear Come Sail Away. You won't hear Babe. It's so good as far as remastered versions of these great 4 albums. Again, before the Tommy Shaw era of the band. Still great harmonies, still great rockin' tracks, but it features guitarist and singer-songwriter John Karuski, who left after the great album Equinox, which was their 5th album. Their sound was harder and edgier at the time, more progressive than their later albums. Features Dennis DeYoung, of course, who I just talked about, on vocals and keyboards. James J.Y. Young on guitar and vocals. Blistering guitar work. John Karuski, great guitar player in his own right, great lyricist as well, and singer-songwriter, keyboardist. You got the Penoza brothers, Chuck Penoza on bass and John Penoza on drums. Classic Styx lineup. Man of Miracles, it's their least proggiest album. It's a great straight-ahead rock and roll album. It's really, really good. Styx 2, combination of prog rock and art rock in there. I have that on vinyl as well. Lady, big single off of Styx 2. It's a pop rock track for sure. The debut is a great prog album. Got some great time changes and prog tempo in there. So very good. And The Serpent is Rising. It's more of an experimental and diverse album. Great introduction to Styx. If you don't know the band, their earlier work completely different, as I said, from their later work. But again, you've still got the great harmonies going on there. You've still got the amazing playing going on. That's the debut album. Then you have Styx 2. Then you've got The Serpent is Rising and Man of Miracles. So yeah, happy to have this. Again, remastered. It sounds wonderful. Really, really great listening. Styx 2, or sorry, the Wooden Nickel recordings of Styx. Happy to have that one. I showed these guys yesterday, but for those who hadn't seen it, picked up a couple of remastered, Steven Wilson remastered, or remixed versions, remixed, different rather than remastered. 1992's, I'm having a mess up here. 1972 release of Octopus by Gentle Giant. An amazing 35-minute ride. Again, remixed by a master, Steven Wilson. You know, he's remixed Aqualung. He's remixed so many great albums. Tears for Fears. You name it. He's really had his hand in in making these albums sound fantastic. It's their fourth album. Stands the test of time. It really does. With a band that has such diversity and uniqueness, like a King Crimson, like a Jethro Tull, so diverse. Very strong album filled with mystery and medieval sounds, blues rock, some additional mixes that fit into prog rock for sure, orchestral fills, violin and guitar based rockers. I mean, it's got it all. It really does. It's a fantastic album. They weren't out to be commercially successful, this band, and they're definitely highly underrated. But they stand up to any prog band out there, like a King Crimson, like a Genesis, like a Yes. Highly talented musicians, and definitely check out Octopus, their fourth album. Also, their 1975's Freehand, another remix by Steven Wilson. This is probably one of their most accessible albums as far as a starting point for someone that wants to get into Gentle Giant. Just all lyrics in this booklet here, but man, it's such a great album. Again, it continuing on with the Renaissance medieval themes, great melodic hooks in there as well, orchestral arrangements, prog rock, the usual formula of Gentle Giant. Again, an underrated band that is definitely worth a listen. But this is a great starting point for anyone. Freehand by Gentle Giant, as far as Octopus as well. Picked these next ones up yesterday. And man, happy to find them. This is The Who, live at the Isle of Wight. You've got two CD sets, a DVD on here as well. 2 a.m. on Sunday, August 30th, 1970, The Who came on to a crowd of between 600 and 700,000 people, about 100 or 200 more than Woodstock, and played a blistering set. There's the DVD there. Yeah, played a blistering set. Also a 12-page booklet in here. Where's the booklet? Maybe there isn't a booklet. No, the booklet's not in here. I didn't realize that. Someone didn't put the booklet back. Oh well. Again, 2 CDs and a DVD. 1996 release of the 70 Classic concert. Recorded 1 year and 3 months after the Tommy tour. It was their second time at the festival, and again, crowds of 600 to 700,000 people. Can you imagine playing in front of that type of crowd? Again, it's a fantastic look at a great classic band, and their strength is in their live playing, and from one of the best British rock bands of the 60s and 70s. Great stuff. I mean, you've got all their early hits. You got Heaven and Hell, Can't Explain, Young Man's Blues, I Don't Even Know Myself, Water, Overture, It's a Boy, Amazing Journey, Sparks, Eyesight to the Blind, The Hawker, and Christmas on CD1. CD2 is The Acid Queen, Pinball Wizard, Do You Think It's All Right, Fiddle About, Tommy, Can You Hear Me, There's a doctor, go to the mirror, smash the mirror, miracle cure, I'm free, and so on and so on and so forth. My generation, finish off with Magic Bus. The DVD includes Heaven and Hell, I Can't Explain, Young Man's Blues, I Don't Even Know Myself, Water, Shaken All Over, Spoonful, Twist and Shout, Summertime Blues, My Generation, and Magic Bus. And then from Tommy, you've got the whole soundtrack on there, and a bonus track of Substitute and Naked Eye. There's the track list there of this amazing, amazing combination of DVD and CD. Awesome stuff. This next one was a great find as well. This is the Grateful Dead, the Arista years. It's a double CD set. It's a combination of studio and live recordings from the band's time with Arista Records. The best of 8 albums, which include 5 studio albums and 3 live LPs, between 1977 and 1990. Again, a great compilation of a fantastic, fantastic band. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, you can order a shirt if you wanted to as well. But yeah, there's the, again, I won't read everything. You guys can pause that if you'd like, but it's just full of Dead music. Good Dead music. Awesome find, awesome find. As well as these next two. Found a couple of Sabbath. I found Reunion and 13 still in the seal. I've yet to crack the seal. I wanted to wait till I showed you this, but yeah, Reunion, a great double live set. Recorded in 1988, and as the title suggests, it's a reunion of the classic lineup of Ozzy, Tony, Geezer, and Bill. They won a Grammy in 2000 for their live performance of Iron Man off of this album as well. So 6 years after Ozzy left, Sabbath, all that crap going on, he rejoined the band for a performance of Live Aid in 1985 and a brief performance at Philadelphia in 1992, but that didn't result in anything coming together. They tried again in 1993, but it didn't go that well. Then reunited again for Ozfest in 1997 without Bill Ward, who was replaced by Faith No More's Bill Borden. Ward came back in 1994 when Tony Martin fronted the band. So there's a lot of going back and forth between this band. It's kind of exhausting. So they finally managed to come together to create Reunion, this amazing album. And here's the, it's a ton of tracks on here. Ton of tracks. The band sounds tight, heavy as ever. Ozzy throwing his classic F-bombs around and rambling to the crowd. His voice, I find, falters a little bit on a couple of tracks, simply because he can't reach the high notes anymore at that time. But it doesn't take away from the album, as the band is so tight and so haunting. And one of the hardest working guys ever is Bill Ward. His drumming is just to die for. It really, really is. Iommi's riffs and leads are top notch, and Geezer Butler's rhythm just keeps it going, and it's just overall a fantastic live album. It really is. It's so happy to find this one. And yeah, Reunion. Reunion from my ever-loving Sabbath. And again, 13, still sealed. The only thing, it's got a tiny, tiny little nick in the case, but I don't care about that. You don't listen to the case, you don't listen to the cover. But let's see what it looks like inside here. So, the 19th studio album by Sabbath. Oh, the case is cracked, so I'm going to have to get another case. That's why it was still on the seal, maybe. Okay. That's okay. I can go back to the store and they'll give me another case. No pictures, no hype about the album, but from what I've listened to so far on Spotify is just remarkable. So again, the 19th album and the last by Sabbath, released in 2013. Their first studio album in 18 years, the band's first studio album with Geezer and Ozzy since the Reunion album. The first with Ozzy since Never Say Die in 1978, and the first with Geezer since Cross Purpose in 1994. Produced by Rick Rubin. Bill Ward is not on here, but Brad Wilk from Rage Against the Machine sits in for Bill Ward. Bill Ward didn't want to participate because of contract disputes. It's unfortunate. The single God is Dead won a Grammy for Best Metal Performance. 13, it's a great album. And that captures the despair of Black Sabbath. And that's not a bad, it's just the way their music is, it's full of despair, full of gloom, and it really captures that. You know, their great riffs, their great metal magic that they've had in their previous albums. Classic Iommi guitar work, Ozzy's haunting voice. They shine. It really does shine, and it's a shame that Bill Ward wasn't involved. It probably would have been a better album because his drum work is so good. And it's a shame that was their last, because they probably had more in the tank to complete this. So anyway, there you'll have it there, 13. And glad I found Reunion as well. Glad I found all these albums. So there you have it, guys. Hope your Sunday is great. Love you all. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye now.